Good morning, y'all. Let's do some makeup. So I'm going to try to recreate a look that I did from about a week ago. It was a everyday eye look, but with a dramatic wing. So we're going to see where that goes. So grab your makeup, grab your brushes, grab your warm blanket because it's cold, and let's do this. Okay, I've started on my brows, and I'm using Maybelline Express Brow, Ultra Slim as always. And I've just kind of started trying to get the shape that I want, and then we can go back in and fill in everything. And if you have barely there brows like me, then you're going to want a good pencil like this one so you can get into all the angles that you need. And just do little motions just like this to fill in any bare spots. Alright babes, I went ahead and did my wings off camera using Wet n Wild's liquid eyeliner in Ultra Black. This is their breakup proof pen. It is great for getting into the creases of your lids and getting that perfect wing. If you're curious exactly how I do my wings, I will link something below to show you guys sort of how I do mine. But I went ahead and prepped my skin with, of course, my e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I've started using my Tinted Hydrator by Wet n Wild. And I have just went ahead and did my complexion. And in the wintertime, guys, I love to use this Tinted Hydrator because my skin is already like parched, like crocodile parched. So I'm moisturizing like crazy, but in the summertime, I normally use a matte foundation like Maybelline Fit Me Matte. It's really good, but right now my skin is in need of more THC. So this hydrator really helps to bring back some of that moisture into my skin. Remember to bring your foundation down your neck. I love this because it gives such a beautiful finish on your skin. It does not dry down cakey. It's just pretty. It's like your skin, but it's like a better version of your skin. You know what I mean? It's so gorgeous. So once you have your foundation on, we're going to go in and do some liquid blush today. And I love my putty blush, but you can use whatever you prefer. This is just one of my favorite blushes to use. Sometimes I'll go in and add powder blush on top, but look how gorgeous this is on the skin. It's so pretty. And guys, my last tutorial that I did, I apologize for how sluggish I was. I don't know if it was just the change in the weather or me just not resting enough. I was so sluggish. It's like my energy levels were completely off. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with me today, but today I've got my energy back. I'm glad to say, and we are doing good. And if you're anything like me, you're going to get like foundation all over your lips. So forgive me, I will wipe that off. But see how gorgeous this is? And I always put some on my nose, but can you see that? Again, this is Putty Blush by e.l.f. They have plenty of beautiful shades. I just love this one because it gives such a natural blush. Okay, and once that's done, we're going to move into our next step, which is our powder. Today, I'm using CoverGirl's Clean Invisible in the Translucent. This gives perfect coverage. Hold your makeup in place. Your makeup is not going to budge once you use this in your setting spray. You'll be good to go all day long. I'll be right back. Okay, I am not as awake as I thought I was because our next step is actually concealer. And this is e.l.f.'s Hydrating Camo. Again, it is winter time and you do not want to cake up your under eye any more than it already is from your dry skin from this winter time. So you need a hydrating concealer. So we're going to go in with that. You want to drag it down a little bit. You don't want to go swiping that way, except for right here, because you're going to want to make your eyes appear lifted. Sorry, my cat is jumping off my dresser because she's a little bit insane. So this just gives your eyes a bit of a lifted look. That's what you're going for when you do your eye concealer. Okay, so you want to add that concealer in all the areas that you want coverage. Any acne scarring, anything like that you want covered up. I always let it sit under my eyes for a few minutes before I try to blend that in. I'm loving this foundation, this blush, this concealer, all of it mixed together to give this perfect complexion. I love it. Absolutely love it. I always dab off just a bit of the excess foundation or concealer with a napkin so it blends in. Then we're going to go in under our eye. You don't want to drag that under your eye all the way to the top of your eye here. You do not want that dragging all the way to the line because it's going to cake. And again, that is the opposite of what we're trying to do. See, that gives your eye sort of a lifted look when you do your concealer that way. Okay, so now we're going to move in with our powder and set everything. And I like to use like a little powder puff and just take a little bit of the powder on your powder puff here and put it in your palm of your hand just like that. You get some of that excess off of there so it's not caking under your eye. And we're just going to set our under eye just like that. So how are y'all liking this cold weather? I'm not too sure about it. I always say I want some cold weather so I can snuggle up with my cozy blankets, but then when the cold weather hits, I'm like, every joint in my body is on fire. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 36 and I feel like I'm about 66 sometimes. Can anyone relate to that? Because, so we're going to take a little bit of our concealer, just a dab. Put it on the back of your hand. And we're going to take this dual e.l.f. eye brush, and we're just going to put just a little bit on our eyelids here. So we can go in shortly and we can do our eyes. Okay, so I've started going into my Enchanted palette by Profusion, and I've started using the color Marvelous. And I love this palette. It has the most gorgeous shades, and they're all shimmers. There are no mattes in this palette. So we're going to start by going just over the wing. And again, I said this was an everyday look, and I meant that as far as the color story that we're using today. But the wing, of course, is a dramatic wing, and I just love to pair the two. But of course, you can go in and just do regular eyeliner. You don't have to be as dramatic and bold as I've done today. But yeah, these colors, they can suit any occasion. And I love it. This is a beautiful rose gold. And I just take that just a little bit up towards the brow bone, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on both sides, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go into our next color in the palette, which is called Ravishing. It's more of a yellow gold, and we're going to go right over that other shade. And the reason, guys, that I tap off my brush every time you see me dabbing back into my palette is because you don't want that excess bit of shadow falling all over your foundation. Because that is just going to muck up your entire look. This is such a pretty palette. You can do so many colors with this palette, guys. all the darks and the lights. I cannot wait to use this green. It sort of resembles ColourPop's Mary Jane, which I love, and I've done many looks with that color. So I can't wait. I cannot wait to use that. Yesterday I tried this one here. It's called Flaming. Such a pretty hot pink with like little bits of gold in it. It was so pretty. So we're just topping that color with this yellow gold. So guys, it is about to rain, and as we speak I am covered up with my cozy blanket here, and I don't know how that rain is going to make everything feel. Probably like 5 times colder, but at least we're not getting snow like some of the other states. As much as I love snow and always say that I want snow, I don't know. My little body cannot handle the snow. My body is little old lady status with my joints and bones. So I don't know. We'll see. So once we've done that, we're going to hit our brow bone with this shade here called Feather. It's more of a light pink shade. Gonna hit that brow bone. And to me, this kind of pulls the look together. We're also gonna do our inner corner with some highlighter. And when that light hits that eye, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so gorgeous. And again, these colors can be used for everyday looks. They can be used for anything, dates, weddings. Can you see that color? All right, once that is done, we're going to go into our ColourPop palette, Lucky Penny, and we're going to use the shade Like New, and we're going to hit our under eye area. Just gives that under eye area just a little bit of depth. So pretty. See that? All right, y'all, I had to pause and go get my energy drink, but I'm back. All right, I've got my under eyes on, and now we're going to go into a little bit of highlighter, our Fix My Halo, and we're going to pop that right in the inner corner. Just like that. I love to do this with any look, dramatic or everyday, because like I said, kind of brings everything together when the light hits it, and it just makes it so much prettier. All right, once that's done, it's time for a little bit of bottom eyeliner on our waterline. I always like to do this because to me, if I don't go ahead and do my waterline, it just does not look complete. And sometimes I use black, sometimes I use different shades, but today we're going to go with this very black liner. Sometimes my eyes do water. I have the most sensitive eyes. I have to really be careful with products that I use because a lot of them cause my eyes to just freak out. All right, so we have that, and next is going to be some mascara. Okay, guys, I have gone in and I've used my Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is another personal favorite of mine. It just gives that beautiful fanned out effect, and I love it. I cannot get enough of this. So it's time to do some lip color. One of my favorites brands for lip liner is NYX. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Brunch Me. It is my absolute favorite, as you can tell. So I use it with numerous lipsticks, but today we're going to pair it with Revlon's Bare Affair. This is not a matte lipstick. As I told you before, my entire body is dry from this winter air and the heat from indoors combined. So we're not using matte today. This is a cream. It's just a pretty pinky nude. So we're going to do our liner. I always overline a little. But you do as you prefer. All right, lips are lined. Now I'm going in with this lipstick. This is another favorite. I have many. I think this is one of my first favorites by Revlon. This is probably like my third repurchase of this. I love it. It's beautiful. You can't ask for more from Revlon. I mean, they have amazing lipsticks. I did a whole video showcasing lipsticks and things like that from Walmart. This was one of them. So check that out. Okay, I went in with my Milani's Dolce Perla highlighter, and it is such a gorgeous pink. As you can see, it is beautiful on the skin. So as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for doing your makeup with me. Until next time, bye.